This is Let Us Interrupt You, episode 52 here on Tuesday. Tuesday, June 7th, 2022.
Yes.
He's back. I'm here.
I'm black.
And he is black.
True.
We can now confirm that.
Yes.
But is he Nigerian? I don't know.
I actually am Nigerian.
All right. He just confirmed it. He is Nigerian.
You little bitch.
My name is Joseph Olivo. His name is Michael Smith.
Yeah.
We got lots to talk about here. I don't know how we're going to be on the show for, but we got a lot to digest.
Yeah.
Over the last 24-hour period.
First thing to talk about. Name it.
Celtics versus Warriors, game 2. Absolute
dumpster fire for the Celtics.
Wow. Took my word right out of my mouth. Literally
Yes.
just took the word dumpster fire. I was going to say dumpster fire. You just read my freaking mind, dude.
But honestly, the Celtics are going to bounce back.
They are. This is going to be a game 3 win for them. Game 3 will be on tomorrow night, Wednesday, June 8th, which is tomorrow.
How far do you see this series going?
7 games. Boston winning 7 games in Golden State.
Boston 7.
Calling
it.
I mean, I can call it right now just based off of that. This game from start to finish, though, this was – how can I put this delicately? Too much of Draymond Green flopping, trying to cause basically one of the Celtic players to get ejected.
He tried to pull down Jaylen Brown's shorts.
Yeah, he did.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get him antagonized and trying to get him.
That's a little bit sus, Draymond.
You know, it's Draymond Green. He's going to get in people's heads. That's what he does best. He likes to play mind games, and he's been good at doing that for years.
True, he has, but you shouldn't try to pull another man's pants down.
I mean, it's not high school, man. You're playing professional sports. You're getting paid millions.
Even in high school, they don't do that.
Well, I think it depends. Depends on the person, really. Too.
What high school you see?
What high school have I seen? My high school. My high school is bizarre. I had a person take a shit in their own locker. Or no, take a shit in somebody else's locker. Sorry, not their own locker.
I believe that.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised, too, but it's Narragansett. I mean, you think of Province High School, maybe like Classical, maybe. Or any other Province schools.
Pasco, Central, PCTA, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. This game overall, though, was really a runaway.
A clusterfuck.
Really a cluster. Let me put it to you like this. When you're getting outscored in the third quarter, 35-14, you know it's over.
And the fact that Klay Thompson played like ass.
He played like ass in this game, yes.
And they still won.
Absolute ass in this game.
I mean,
you know what got him the win? Jordan Poole. With that amazing halfway past the center court, like 50-foot shot at the buzzer. And I'm not sure. Did he bank it or was it nothing but net? Well, I think it was nothing but net, right? Then when he made
I think so.
Yeah. So perfect shot. Peyton Pritchard, who just like put his hand up in the air, go like nah, and just ran away from the play. Yeah. It's like, dude, if this guy's gonna try to take a half court shot or like pass the half court shot near the deepest part of the 3-point line towards their side of the hoop, block the shot, jump, do something. He didn't jump, didn't make an attempt to do it. It was bad. Yeah. And really, the Celtics couldn't get out of their own way. Draymond Green got in their freaking heads for sure. There's no question about it. Mm-hmm. There was definitely no question about it. This game was an absolute disaster from start to finish from that start of that second half. The first half, it seemed pretty good. First half was fine. Second half, shit show. Absolute shit show. I'll give you the stats right now. Tatum was 8 for 19, 6 for 9 for 3, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Horford had 2 points, did nothing in this game. Robert Williams had 2 points, did nothing in this game, and he only had 14 minutes in the game, which was pretty sad. Marcus Smart had 2 points in this game, also sad. I mean, if you had to combine all these numbers right now, if you had to combine those 3 players I just named for you right now, only had 2 points in the game, they were really 3 and I believe for 11 combined. 3 for 11 shooting for all 3 guys.
Tatum, Horford,
Smart,
Horford, Williams.
Yeah. That's your story there. Jaylen Brown had 17 points, had 6 rebounds, had 3 assists, had 28 minutes, was 5 for 17. Ugh. That was pathetic. That was pitiful. 3-point shooting was not bad. The rest of the shooting, questionable. Really questionable. Grant Williams had 6 points in the game, had 21 minutes on the floor, 2 for 2. Could have used a little bit more of him, but, wasn't meant to be, I guess. Derek White had 12 points. He had 21 points in game 1, 12 points here in game 2. Hopefully they rebound. Hopefully they do a little bit better than this. And this was just pitiful in that fourth quarter. Warriors, as far as I'm concerned, they got their shit together. They were ready for game 2. They were not going to be going down 0-2 without a fight. And they won. They won the fight. They made themselves go 1-1.
They whooped our ass.
I think they did. They destroyed them. It was absolute carnage. And that game was over by the end of the third quarter. It was not going to be a chance for a comeback. I even had one of the bartenders, Meg, and she was telling me, "Oh, they can come back." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." It was a 23-point game. It went up to 30 at the start of the quarter, and there was like at least 9 minutes left in that fourth quarter. They were never going to come back. It was never going to happen. It was laughable, pitiful. Anyway, back to the point spread here. Curry had 29 points, had 6 rebounds, had 4 assists. Looney had 12 points, surprisingly. He went 6 for 6 in this game. And you want to know something? The easiest dunks he ever had in his career. Nobody around him, nobody to posterize him, not really an NBA final moment when someone gets posterized underneath the hoop. It was the easiest dunks of his career. I think most of his buckets were dunks. I'm pretty sure they all were. I'm pretty sure all 6 of those shots that he had. Actually, no, there were probably 2 layups. Yeah, all right, 2 layups, 4 dunks. Really? We didn't have a defense like that all year long that allowed that many easy buckets like that. That's pathetic. We'll get to 11 points. Green had 9. Thompson played like ass in this game, had 11 points. 4 for 19, 1 for 8 in the game from 3. Oh. You want to know the story with Jordan Poole? 17 points off the bench, 6 for 14, 5 for 9 from 3. And Gary Payton II was phenomenal in this game. He had 3 for 3, had 7 points in 25 minutes. All I can say about this is that the Warriors were ready. They were ready for game 2. And they now have forced a game 3. So hopefully they
forced a game 3?
Well, they
what do you mean forced a game 3?
I'm sorry. I didn't word that right. They avoided themselves from going down 0-2 and kind of got a little bit of advantage going to Boston. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what the hell I said that. What did I say? Forced a game 3.
I can say this will be over after 2 games. What the hell? Oh, man.
I don't know. Anyway, moving on. The Deshaun Watson story. We got to get into it. We got to discuss.
So apparently he got massages from 66 women over a 17-month period.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, I don't know what. He'll probably be suspended for a year again.
I'm going to say
technically, he wasn't even suspended last year.
He just decided not to play football.
He was just trying to fight off the allegations.
Yeah. They're not playing for the Texans either because they didn't want to play for the Texans.
At this point, who wants to play for the Texans?
Nobody wants to. This was he received multiple massages, according to this story here on Bleacher Report, at a private hotel and club from which the Houston Texans had provided him a membership, according to a New York Times investigation published on Tuesday. Per the Times, Jenny Verintaz, Watson said, in a depositioned, he had some of the massage therapist sign a copy of a non-disclosure agreement that had been left in his locker by the Texans director of security, Brent Nakara. Rusty Harding, who's Watson's lawyer, said the quarterback continues to vehemently deny the allegations that had led to 24 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault or misconduct during the massage sessions. We can say when the real facts are known, this issue will appear in a different light, Harding said. Materials report Watson had set up appointments with at least 66 women between the fall of 2019 and the spring of 2021, while he was still a member of the team. Oh, what the frick? I hate this thing. Get away. Try to read a quote here. While he was still a member of the team, the Texans indirectly helped facilitate the sessions. It says here, it is unclear whether the Texans knew how many massages Watson was getting or who was providing them, but their resources helped support his massage habit away from the team. Watson acknowledged in a deposition that the Texans arranged for him to have a place at the Houstonian. Wow, that was a mouthful. He used the fitness club, dined there, and also set up the massages in hotel rooms. I'm not going to read the rest of this, but here's my opinion about the whole thing. He did it. I think he did it. They all signed a contract knowing this guy right now, basically signed a consent form saying, you got to do all these things.
At this point, yeah, Deshaun Watson did it.
He did it. Like at this point, and also, if you're going to get a guy going to go out of his way and saying, apologizing about his behavior towards a woman right there, and one of the other stories right now.
He did it.
He did it. Like, can we just like get the suspension already? Like, how long is it going to be? Is it going to be 8 games, 16 games, 18 games? Is it going to be a 40-game suspension? Are we going to have 2 years of no Deshaun Watson? And are they going to pull a Colin Kaepernick right now? Why are we going to wait until July to get this stuff? Why are we seriously waiting until July?
So,
you already have enough.
At this point, I feel like they're definitely going to suspend him for like at least a year.
Yeah.
Best case scenario for him is he gets suspended for only 1 year.
I think
because in reality he can't get suspended more, but like
I think he could.
I don't think the NFL want him out because he's still considered a star player.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: that Colin Kaepernick
wasn't really a star player. It was just
he was a star player.
He was mid.
He was mid.
Mid.
He became a star when he was the national anthem. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
He became more popular after that, but before that, he just came in and replaced Alex Smith. Was a star for like a few years. Last season was complete trash, even though he played somewhat decent.
But for all the people out there who may be against me now for, signing with Deshaun Watson, I apologize. I'm 100% wrong with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, me too.
He flat out did it. I mean, there's no other way of,
At this point, I felt it was like so weird because like all these women were coming at the same time.
Right.
We'll be like, okay, because when he requested his trade from Houston, we're like, okay, maybe Houston wanted to do something. They want to try to keep him.
They just want to get rid of a guy that didn't want to be with the Houston Texans organization. I don't think they really care about the massage center. If you want to look at it like this, here's another way of looking at it. They didn't want to pay him. They knew about the problems. They still didn't want to pay this guy. He was asking for too much money. He was whining and crying about the whole why to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, I want it was DeAndre Hopkins, so I think why.
Yeah, they just didn't want.
They got rid of him for like
they didn't.
No, because Bill O'Brien was a trashy head coach.
Yeah, and
got rid of one of the best receivers for a second-round pick and a washed-up running back.
Here's my opinion: to choose a coach who you're going to fire the next year halfway through the season, anyways, it didn't really make a lot of sense. It just didn't. Over.
So you see why Deshaun wanted out.
I mean,
because of the shit he's been doing now.
Yeah, it's all shady stuff right now. And I get that right now. He did it. I was wrong. I apologize.
He definitely did it at this point.
I know I got a like there. So if you like this episode,
hit the like button. Still,
if you like,
he got traded and he signed a big contract. Yeah. So either way, he's set for life.
Oh, he's set for life. And right now, he's gonna get the money later on. It's not all gonna come right away. Some are gonna come bit by bit now because of this
reality, he could
lawsuit situation. But
he could take some of that money, try to pay off the woman to drop the charges.
He even tried to give $100,000, and they said no.
Well, with the extension, he could probably get more than that.
And here's the thing that really gets me. What do these girls want? They didn't want to do this criminally, so they got the dismiss. Fine. They still want to go out there.
That's another thing about athletes too. Like, get into a little something with a woman, they'll accuse you of something, try to sue you for millions of dollars.
I don't even think Deshaun Watson. I don't think this would even really matter criminally because all they would have done is like, okay, we're going to do this instead. We're going to put you on probation and have you on under house arrest. Because I just can't imagine Deshaun. Because if they can't arrest Ray Lewis for what he did in his past 25 years ago, they're not going to. They're not going to arrest Deshaun Watson.
Didn't he apparently kill somebody?
He killed somebody technically, and he basically burned the shirt. That had blood all over his shirt, and he burned it.
Oh, shit. He got away with it.
Got away with it. Good for him. Good on his
part.
Honestly, God bless him.
At this point, Deshaun Watson might get away with this.
Right.
I see that the whole situation gets settled out of court. Like, he'll pay the woman certain amounts of money. He'll still get suspended.
He should have paid the woman when this whole thing began. I mean, at this point, it's like, why go through all this bull crap? Think about this.
He should have been like, right when he did that, like, I'm sorry.
And the fact of the matter is,
I'll give you this amount of money to shut you up.
You're even admitting to the fact that you said this to a woman. So here's my question. Why didn't you admit that when it was criminally? Why didn't you admit this before the other lawsuits?
Why didn't you say something right after it happened?
This makes no sense. He wanted to clear his name. And he's like, oh, I may have said this. You may have said it, or did you say it? Like, dude, make up your mind.
If you're saying you may have said it,
you got what you wanted. You wanted out of Houston Texans. You got to Cleveland. Why you want to go to Cleveland? I have no idea why. You could have gone.
He didn't even want to go to Cleveland.
That's the thing that really
just
gets
when
me.
They gave him that contract, it was like, yeah, I love Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fake. It's all phony. Because you want to know what it is?
No, Cleveland's in a shitty situation because Looks like Deshaun Watson
you once again
might get suspended again. Baker Mayfield doesn't want to play over there.
And Cleveland, who's been the laughingstock team for years, they finally get the quarterback they want right now, and all this shit has to happen right now, and they still got to back.
Really, they even need Deshaun Watson. Many people are trashing on Baker Mayfield, but honestly, Baker Mayfield was okay. If anything, Baker Mayfield kind of made Cleveland relevant now.
They did. He did. To be fair, he did. I'm not going to disagree on that one. He really did. I think we
honestly, what did they do? They go and trade for a QB who honestly is better than him.
Yeah,
but they still did him dirty.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And honestly, no team wants to get Baker Mayfield.
You know what it is? It's just the same. It's just new owners, but with the same attitude. It's just like, let's cause drama, and then we'll get rid of the good people who actually try to do good for the team, or the ones that suck so badly.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the problem is that they get the ones that suck so badly. Not only do they get let go and the coaches get let go, but the owners get let go. It's like It's a revolving door, that Cleveland Brown organization. It really is. It's so sad.
Honestly, this could be one of the biggest wasted trades ever.
Oh, it is.
They gave up so many picks.
It is. It's got by far the
actually, wait. Let me look up that.
Because you're gonna get a quarterback who's gonna be suspended for 2 years. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a quarterback who's gonna be suspended for 2 years. You're gonna get a quarterback who basically lied about what happened and basically saying to himself, okay, yeah, this actually did kind of happen.
Yeah, I see a tweet. It's like the Deshaun Watson trade might end up being the dumbest trade.
If the Houston Texans organization knows you got 66 massages from like all these women in a 17-month period, you know he did something wrong.
Yeah, so that
and here's my opinion.
So the Browns traded 3 first-round picks, 21, 22, 23, 24, 1 third-round pick in 2023, and 1 fourth-round pick in 2024 for Deshaun Watson and a 5th-round pick in 2024. Yeah, this might end up being one of the
worst things of all time. By far.
If Deshaun Watson doesn't handle this shit, if he honestly, I see him playing in the NFL again.
I do too.
Balls too. What will happen to his confidence when he comes back? If he comes back,
I think
because he could go from being like one of the top rising stars.
You know what he needs to do?
To like one of the worst QBs in the league.
You know what he needs to do? He can either do this. He can either
settle out of court,
and settle
pay
out of
the
court,
woman,
or take the 2-year suspension and go play in the XFL.
He's not going to play in the XFL.
I think he should. Make it more controversial. It'll be an interesting conversation.
Wait, so like he'll be suspended from the NFL, but he'll still go play football somewhere else?
Well, because here's the thing: you're gonna be suspended for 2 years in the NFL. You got to do something. You can't sit out.
And he still got the contract. He doesn't need to do anything.
No, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you got the contract, but if you want to prove that you still got it after that 2-year suspension,
yeah, go play in LA, go play in the CFL, XFL, something.
Yeah, you got to do something. You cannot sit home. You can't. A guy like that young, I don't care how much money you got, do something.
Yeah, you're 26 years old. You still got a lot of football left in you.
You still got a lot of football left in you. And I would say take the suspension at this point. If you know you're freaking dead, take the freaking suspension. Don't turn into a race thing. Don't turn to a woke thing. You did it.
At worst, I see
it.
At worst, I see it being like at least a year suspension.
Well, here's the thing.
If the NFL, it would probably be like a few games.
If it was a 16, 17 thing lawsuit, then a year. But you're already past that max.
You're already set out a year.
Right. But the difference is you're already past the max now at this point. And here's the thing that really gets me. Yeah, he sat out for a year, but didn't he get fined for every time he did sit out, though? Think about it. He was losing money when he was sitting out not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, at this point, I don't know. To me, you're already – yeah, I get it. He missed the whole year out. You want to miss a whole year out? Because nobody wanted to deal with him. That's why. Nobody wanted to deal with his actions. And, here's the funny thing. I guarantee this right now. He could have played last year had Bill O'Brien not been fired back in 2020. Think about it. Because did they really want to fire Bill O'Brien midway through the season, the Houston Texans? No. They wanted to be wrong about him, but they probably wanted to say, oh, maybe it was DeAndre Hopkins. You're right. It was probably him that was the problem of the team. And that's why we lost the AFC division round. Not the fact that they had a horrible coaching job.
Didn't D-Hop Blue get traded because he bought like a parent or something to the locker room or something?
He bought a what?
No, well, Bill O'Brien said he was a team distraction because
And he wasn't. That's the thing.
He wasn't.
That's the thing. He really wasn't. But you want to know what the
Bill O'Brien was just a straight up dumbass.
No, Bill O'Brien just didn't like DeAndre Hopkins. That's it. He wanted to be the face of the team. He wanted to be the next Bill Belichick. So he wants to put this whole persona around that. He could be the GM. He could be the coach. He could be this. Well, now you're neither. It was that bad. You had to go back to college and go try to make Nick Saban happy. That's what happened. That's what happened. You pretty much lost your title in less than a year's time. Because think about it. You became a GM right in the next year, right? Did he get fired midway in 2020, right? Was it midway in 2020 he got fired? Or was it the end of 2020?
I think so.
I don't remember. It might have been the end of I don't know. But you literally got the title of it in 2019. And what happened in 2019? You were up 24-0 against the Kansas City Chiefs, and you blew the game 51-31. You got outscored 51-7. As the GM and head coach in the most important game in Kansas City in the AFC division round. After you nearly survived the Buffalo Bills. And I say nearly survived because they probably should have won that freaking game. I mean, really, let's be honest here for a minute. Like, you want to know why? You want to know what happened? DeAndre Hopkins probably blamed you for the loss because of the game planning in that game. You freaking went cold after you went up 24-0, right? And you could have been up 28-0. He even said it then. You have Deshaun Watson and D Hop who's been firing all cylinders, who just went to Kansas City months before and whipped their asses. But it's fine though. It's fine though, because we're gonna blame this on D Hop and Deshaun Watson, because really he was blaming Watson too. Let's be honest, he was. Even though it really wasn't his fault, the defense just sucked the rest of the way and couldn't do crap against Mahomes. But it's fine though. It's not Bill O'Brien's fault. God forbid we blame Bill O'Brien, who can't coach to save his freaking life. He couldn't coach. It's that simple. And even the ownership knew it. And you want to know why they traded him away? Because they traded him away because you want to know why he became a distraction? Because Bob McNair only cares about money. He cared about the fact that he probably and I guarantee you that he went to the owner asking for more money. Basically, the trade happened. It's not like Bill O'Brien made the trade happen, because he didn't have that much power as a GM. Didn't really have that much power to do anything. Bob McNair is not going to relinquish power. See, Jerry Jones, there's never going to be a coach GM kind of thing. You want to know why there's not going to be a coach GM thing for the Dallas Cowboys? Because he likes having the power of his team. Bob McNair is the exact same thing here. Rusty Hardin, as the lawyer for Deshaun Watson, likes the power. He likes power. They're gonna lose the case because right now they have no power. Watson relinquished that power by basically talking about information that he revealed about saying to a woman, "I'm sorry. Can you forgive me for my pervertedness?" It's like, dude, you're done. You just ruined your chances of winning this freaking case. Rusty Hardin, your own lawyer, has lost confidence in you. So you want to know something? If I'm the NFL, make the ruling happen this week. Don't pull it off till July where it's convenient because, it's training camp season. Do it now. Figure the crap out now. Because right now you got Baker Mayfield, who doesn't want to play in Cleveland, and you have Jacoby Brissett, who might as well be a backup quarterback, who's looking to get a starting career out of it.
Actually, he's pretty decent.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. A backup quarterback who's trying to make a career out of it, who's decent. That's it. What else is there to say? There's not much to say here.
Cleveland's a clusterfuck right now.
It is. It's exactly what it is. A big, giant clusterfuck. It's sad, if you ask me. Very sad.
No, so I wouldn't actually say clusterfuck because they still got other great players like Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
But, the whole situation.
Let me ask you something, Deshaun Watson. Were those happy endings good? Were they fantastic? Did you get the happy ending? Because you're not getting a happy ending after this. Definitely. Was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it was worth it at all.
So I think he'll be suspended without pay. So
yeah, he will be. He will be, to be fair. That is
how
true.
much of his contract is guaranteed? I totally forgot.
I think it was.
I think all of his guaranteed.
Pretty sure it was.
Deshaun.
Pretty sure it was.
Hold on, that's the first one. How much did Deshaun want? Yeah, all of his 5 years, $230 million. All of it is guaranteed. So regardless, he'll get that money. He'll get that money.
Yeah.
I mean, right now he still does have money.
Oh, hey. My dog is home. Not my dog. My neighbor's dog is home. Tuna's home. Aaron Donald has signing a new contract with the Rams, all-pro defensive tackle.
Now that he's the highest paid defensive player.
Yep, in NFL history.
Well deserved.
Oh, definitely well deserved.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Specifically, Donald is set to receive a $40 million raise by the Rams and will see $95 million in totally on his contract that runs through the 2024 season. Over the next 2 seasons, Donald will be guaranteed $65 million.
Well deserved.
Structured. Definitely well deserved. I don't know why he didn't get this any sooner. You know something right now? I wonder if he crashed Sean McVay's wedding and wanted that contract. Because Odell Beckham crashed the wedding. That's another breaking news story today right now. That Odell Beckham Jr. crashed Sean McVay's wedding. And Aaron Donald got his contract. I'm assuming this is what happened.
Well
Because think about it. You hear this story, and then you hear about 2 hours later, oh, yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. crashed my wedding.
Oh, so that's really big news. Odell Beckham Jr. crashed the wedding.
I think
who cares?
No, I think it's interesting, though, because it's like he wants to sign back with the Rams. I would have got a contract right there and then. All right, I'll do business right in the middle of my wedding.
Oh, so you know what team Odell should sign with?
Who?
The Bears.
Good luck with that one. That one.
I mean, look at it honestly, because
he's better. He's better off with the Rams. Believe me, he is. You got a
with
quarterback
the Rams,
there. Offensive
with
line
the Bears,
is
he would automatically be their top receiver. Because
of course he would be. It'd be an easy double team though. He'd be playing the toughest division there is in the NFC North. Come on.
True, but still.
No, he's better. No, he's better. He's better off. He is better off with the Rams
as their number 3 or 4 receiver.
Let me put it to you like this: Justin Fields is not good enough to play with someone like Odell Beckham Jr. He's not.
True.
He's not ready. He's only his second year. You got to expect
this guy to throw 35
touchdowns.
How much you want to bet that the Bears will be the worst team in the league next year?
They probably will be.
Between the Bears, possibly the Lions. I see the Lions being a little bit better, but right now, on paper, the Bears are probably the worst team in the NFL.
By far, yeah.
Bears, then the Texans.
Tuna's going nuts. What's the matter, Tuna?
Between the Bears, the Texans, the Jaguars, I see a little bit of improvement with them.
Yeah.
Them and the Lions. Bears, Texans. Maybe the Falcons. I don't know. I don't know how Mariota will be at QB.
Here's the thing. Is Mariota going to be the quarterback, or is Desmond Ridder going to take his job?
Ridder's definitely going to take the job.
I think so.
But we don't know how Ridder will perform since he's a rookie.
Well, I look at
the best receiver they got is Drake London, who's also a rookie.
Well, I think London's got the job for sure. They have no other wide receivers.
He's automatically their number 1 receiver.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Ridder's automatically the number 1. Mariot's not a number 1 quarterback right now. He's not. And if people think that he is, you're all nuts. You're all insane if you think that. If that guy's the number 1, then I'm the number 1 QB right now for the New England Patriots. And I don't even play in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
I find it funny that the Bears was trying to set up Justin Fields to succeed. Look, what the? Honestly, let me look at the Bears depth chart.
Their offensive line was ranked 30th in the league in
their offensive line is trash.
Yeah, they had no wide receivers last year besides Allen Robinson, and I think he had a career bad last year. I'm pretty sure wasn't like he had like career lows or something like that last season with the Bears before he left for the Rams. I mean, let's be real here for a minute.
Darnell Mooney
and
Equanimus St. Brown,
yep.
Dante Pettis, Byron Pringle, Tajay Sharp.
Is that the current roster or was it the roster from last season? I'm pretty sure that's the current roster.
I think this is the current roster.
Yeah, go back to the one from last year because I'm pretty sure you're missing a few people there. How about that Grant guy? Wasn't it that Grant guy who had that wild...
This is their current roster right now.
I mean, how do you expect Justin Fields to do well with that roster? And
Isaiah Coulter.
And people say, they're going to have a
better... Oh, wait, that's the guy from Rhode Island. Isaiah Coulter, who was drafted by Texas a few years ago.
Yeah.
Isaiah Coulter, Chris Fink, Velus Jones Jr., Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney might be the only good wide receiver on that team.
David Moore, Daz Newsome, Dante Pettis, Byron Pringle.
And you expect Odell Beckham Jr. to play with that
Kevin
squad.
Shaw, Tajay Sharp.
You got to pay him a lot of
Webster.
You got to pay Odell a lot of money in order for him to do that.
What the fuck is this roster? How's this?
Odell would honestly be the number 1 because the rest of them suck.
How is this
that makes it even harder
supposed to set up Justin Fields to succeed?
It doesn't.
This is making them succeed for failure and more.
This is the wheel of doom when it comes to Chicago Bears. That's their franchise, the wheel of doom. You might
at least the Jaguars are actually trying to make.
It's absolutely pathetic.
At least the Jaguars are trying to make Trevor Lawrence succeed because they got Kirk and a few other receivers. Just the Bears literally got no good receivers. I'll say the best one probably is Mooney.
Probably is.
What are his stats? Yeah. They're meh.
It is meh. Exactly what it is. It's meh.
Wait, he had 1,000 yards last season? What the heck?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Mooney was the only guy last year that really did anything for that team. The rest of them suck. But now you're going to
Honestly, maybe Tajay Sharp could do a little something. But other than that,
yeah, he could.
Just Byron Pringle. Like, he was on the Chiefs.
Wasn't he a former Titan?
He was on the Chiefs.
Sharp was on the Chiefs?
Oh, I was talking about Pringle.
Oh, well, Pringle.
Actually, he was pretty decent.
Pringle's actually pretty decent. I'm actually not even going to play him.
But still, in terms of, like, receiver, like, notoriety, it's trash.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. He's trash.
It's trash.
Absolute trash.
Honestly, why didn't they draft a receiver?
I don't know. Couldn't figure it out.
It's trash, man.
There's been rumors going around, sort around. This is according to Tyler Conway's Twitter, and he put a story on Bleacher Report that former defensive coordinator Matt Patricia is trending towards being the offensive play caller for the New England Patriots. And all I gotta say to that is no.
Oh, about Matt Patricia calling
I don't
Matt
want
Patricia
that.
calling the calls.
Yeah, you want to say that? You want me to say it again? I'll say it in Spanish. No, I don't want that greasy, hairy, rocket ship, scientific, Bill Nye fat version guy to be calling these freaking plays. I'm sorry, I don't want it. I don't want this guy on my TV with a number 2 Ticonderoga pencil in his ear with his freaking chew marks on it because he's chewing on it so many freaking times and chewing off the damn eraser when he freaking screws up on a football call. I don't want to see it on my TV. I don't even want this guy even back on my TV. You want to know who I want him to be? I want to be in a VIP booth eating some popcorn like a fan would be, watching the games, instead of being the one calling the plays, either on the defense or offensive side. Because you want to know something? You're all washed up, buddy. You coached Detroit. You sucked in Detroit. You couldn't get more than 5 wins in Detroit. That's how bad you were. You were pathetic. Even Rob Gronkowski didn't even want to get traded to your team. You want to know how sad that sounds? Your team sucked, and you had Matthew Stafford as your quarterback.
Now,
yeah, that's what he used to coach for, right? He had Stafford there at the time.
Matthew Stafford literally wasted his career with the Lions.
He wasted his entire career there.
Goes to the rest for 1 year.
You want to know who was a good coach from there? Jim Schwartz, who was a great coach from there in Detroit. Kind of sad how he lost his job in Detroit. You want to know why? Because the Fords couldn't give him shit, and he was stuck with Matthew Stafford, Megatron, and the head coach. That's it. Those are 3 key things in Detroit. 3. Just needed 3. Jim Caldwell was already in the wheel of doom when he got the job.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia was just there to be there, like at a Detroit bar, flirt with chicks. That's how he treated the Detroit Lions because he couldn't keep it in his pants. Now he has to keep it in his pants, otherwise Bill Belichick will just rip his balls off. So I don't know what else to say here other than just looking at this and going, this guy coaching this team offensively is a mistake. It's a mistake. I'll read you more about this. From 2012, did I say 2020?
2012.
From 2012 to 2017, Matt Patricia helped Bill Belichick run the New England Patriots defense. Now it appears he'll be running the other side of the ball. This is also Jeff Howard wrote this according to the Athletic. Reported Patricia is trending to be the next offensive play caller in New England, though Bill Belichick has not made a decision. Patriots are looking to replace Josh McDaniels, who spent the previous decade as their offensive coordinator before leaving for the Las Vegas Raiders head coaching job this offseason. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Belichick has not formally hired an offensive coordinator in McDaniels' place. Patriots are currently listed as a senior football advisor on the Patriots website. He began his career in New England as an offensive assistant under Bill Belichick in 2004, before he eventually moving up the ranks and becoming defensive coordinator in 2012. The Lions hired him as their head coach. Look how that turned out. And he spent 3 seasons in Detroit before returning to New England last season. Patricia is joined on the Patriots staff by fellow former head coach Joe Judge, who was fired by the New York Giants at the 2021 season. Judge worked with special teams in the Patriots wide receiver corps before being hired by the Giants. Longtime assistant Nick Cayley was also expected to be the running call play next season. Have reported that the Patriots are not expected to change their offensive system much in 2022, but are simplifying terminology. You know what's going to end up happening? This is my prediction. This is how stupid this is going to sound here, but check this out. Check this out. 1 week will be Matt Patricia. The next will be Joe Judge, Nick Cayley, Bill Belichick. They're going to do a vicious cycle of this, I'm telling you right now. And this kid is going to hate this freaking franchise. They're doing this to make Mac Jones hate being the New England Patriot quarterback. I'm convinced of this. I am already convinced of this now after reading this article. Because they don't have a decision yet on who the offensive coordinators. They don't have a decision on who's going to run the wide receivers. They don't have a decision on who's going to run the special teams. What is going on? What in the blue chicken hell is going on?
Oh, no, man.
Seriously. They don't know what the hell's going on. You have 3 months. 3 freaking months. You're already in the OTAs. You're already in minicamp, and you still don't know who your freaking play caller is on coach. You're going to rely on Mr. Ticonderoga, Bill Nye, Fat the Science Guy 2.0 to run your freaking offensive plays. When, by the way, he couldn't do shit in Detroit with Matthew freaking Stafford. Really? You're going to go with this guy and Joe Judge, who's like Mr. Anger Management and blows up at things like me, like I do with my mom half the time when I get a fight with her. You people are nuts to rely on these 2 bozos. I'd rather rely on my dog who's got bad hips and shits all over the place to call the offensive plays for New England than these 2 bozos. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I could call plays for New England Patriots for Christ's sake. You know what I would do? Simply do it. Have Mac Jones throw the freaking ball more. I don't know. It develops him more as a quarterback. He's the number 1 starting QB for your franchise, who, by the way, had a dynasty going with the other guy you forced out of town. Now you're forcing this guy out of town, and only in his 2nd freaking year. Think about that for a minute. We're going to rely on Fat Bill Nye 2.0, the science guy, and freaking Matt Patricia or Mr. Angry Pants Joe Judge. And Bill Belichick, who's in his 70s, and all he does is mumble. What? What are you saying, Bill? What? Seriously, this is what we're gonna get. This we're gonna get. It's gonna be like a wheel, the wheel of calls here. It's gonna be like a pageant show every freaking week. This has become a joke. Week 1 will be Matt Patricia. Week 2 will be Joe Judge. Week 3 will be Nick Cayley. Week 4 will be Bill Belichick, and then it will go right back in order throughout the next 17 to 18 weeks. I'm praying for that kid. That's all I gotta say. He don't deserve any more freaking confusion. He doesn't. He doesn't. I feel bad for him not having a guy like Sean Payton, who's a great offensive-minded guy as a coach. Now he's an analyst. You could have had him be the head coach this year. You could have had Bill Belichick step down. You want to know what ended up happening here? And I guarantee you this one right now. He's probably thinking to himself, you know what? I'm on my way out anyway. If I don't get the Don Shula record, I really don't even care anymore. Because if he really wanted the Don Shula record, he would already have this crap figured out. He would. Everyone's saying it's just a game name. Like, oh, he can just play things around. He's doing things for friends and family. He's not really doing it for the team. He's not. He's turning one of these bum head coaches who don't care about winning anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Then why make the moves in free agency last season? Why go through all that effort? I don't know. Seems like to me you went through all that effort for nothing.
Now we're gonna
scroll
through my Instagram and I saw something very interesting.
Oh,
so CBS Sports listed the top 10 best seasons ever by QBs. Number 10, they put Aaron Rodgers in 2020.
That was a great season.
That was a great season for him.
Number 9, they put Lamar Jackson in 2019.
Also a great season.
That was a great season.
Yep.
Number 8, they put Pat Mahomes in from 2018.
Legendary.
Fantastic.
First year as a starter.
Exactly.
I don't know why it shows us so real. Number 7, Brett Favre in 1996.
Won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
Didn't get the Super Bowl MVP, but he won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 6, Steve Young in 1994.
Yeah. Another MVP year in the Super Bowl. He threw 6 touchdowns in that game.
Number 5, Joe Montana in 1989.
Did he win a ring that year, or did he lose in the NFC title game to the Giants? I don't remember.
I think he
It might have been a loss to the
lost.
Giants. Yeah, it was a loss.
Why is that one so high compared to the first five and then Joe Montana?
Well, because of I think mainly because
just because of the team,
team that he was around really at the time, and how far they took the team, and the fact they lost to the Giants that year was kind of surprising. And how many touchdowns they had. It's rare to have a quarterback at that time throw for 30 touchdowns in the 80s and 90s. It was kind of rare.
Number 4, Kurt Warner in 1999.
That was
another rare one. MVP here, and he won a Super Bowl as an MVP in the regular season. And I think wasn't he co-MVP with Marshall Faulk? Wasn't there 2?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Number 3, Tom Brady in 2007. Legendary season.
Great season that year.
Number 2, Peyton Manning from 2013.
Yep, definitely.
And number 1, Dan Marino from 1984.
I don't know.
I would switch Marino.
I would switch. I would put Manning.
Peyton Manning in 2013. Wasn't that his first year on the Broncos? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, first year on the Broncos.
First year on the Broncos, come off neck injury. Breaks the passing and the touchdown
I
record.
would put Mahomes on that list as well because think
I'm
about
sorry,
this.
but also too, where's Drew Brees has had multiple great seasons. Why isn't at least one of his seasons on this list?
That's what I was wondering too. I was kind of shocked about that.
Honestly, I would take out Joe Montana's 1989 season.
Yeah, I would put that in. Like I wouldn't even put it in the part of the top 10 list. I wouldn't even do it. But I would. But I
was Peyton Manning should be number 1. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I mean I
get Dan Marino was the first QB to ever throw for 5,000 yards in a season.
Did it say who wrote the article? Who created the list? I know it's CBS Sports that created it, but I just want to know if they had the person's name or not.
Nah.
No, wait a minute. You can figure it out. You just click
Drew Brees in 2011. Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, that should be at least number 8 or number 9, or maybe 6 maybe.
Rodgers at 10.
I might actually, you know what? I might actually have that right now because I actually do follow CBS Sports by Instagram. So.
Yeah, everyone's saying the number 5 season from Joe Montana says Drew Brees in 2011.
This is Brian Deardo. Okay, that makes sense. Brian Deardo.
No, but seriously, what got me wilding is that how Peyton Manning season number 2. That was the best season by a QB ever, and it's number 2. Yeah, Dan Marino was the first QB to ever throw for 5,000 yards. But that Peyton Manning season was just so legendary.
It was. It really was.
First game of the season, he threw for 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, bruh. Wait, that was the season where that was after the Ravens won the Super Bowl. Yeah. First game comes out, torches them.
Yeah.
Like the Ravens team deserved to win the Super Bowl before. And they beat them in the divisional round.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, everyone can stay on this list except for probably Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I'll put Peyton Manning number 1. Then I'll put Dan Marino number 2. Leave Tom Brady at 3. Leave Kurt Warner at 4. Probably move up. Honestly, I'll probably move Lamar up because it's pretty crazy to see a QB. Yeah, he only had like 3,000 pass yards, but he also ran for 1,200 rushing yards as a quarterback.
Yeah,
I moved that up there. Then I'll probably put Steve Young at number 5, Brett Favre number 6, Pat Mahomes 7. Move up Aaron Rodgers to number 8. Well, actually, no. I'll put Rodgers at 9. Put Drew Brees' 2011 season at number 8.
Yeah. This is what I would do for the list. Move Marino's thing down to 4. You put Mahomes here at number 3. Put Brady there at number 2. Put Manning number 1. That's what I would do. Yeah. I mean, I think realistically right now, if you got a guy who's nearly thrown for 60 touchdowns back in 2013, I'm sorry, but come on. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That should be number 1.
That should be number 1.
I think that's biased. I think Brian Deardo, who made this list, by the way, buddy, here's a tip.
Don't cry.
Go back and watch the 2013 NFL season. Go back and watch Marino.
Watch every single.
And go back to Manning, who broke his record. He broke 2 records, passing touchdown records that during his career.
Mm-hmm.
He broke Marino's record in 2004, I believe it was, and 2013 he broke Tom Brady's record. Yeah. Hi, Peyton Manning, number 1. Marino, yeah. Bye. Go down low. Yeah, that's a little bias there. I think he's a Miami guy. I think what it is.
Yeah. I'm
convinced that's what it is.
The greatest passing season ever, Peyton Manning.
Yeah, by far. And I don't think anyone's going to break that for a while. Romeo Cornell announced his retirement yesterday after 50 seasons of coaching, 39 of them in the NFL. 5-time Super Bowl champion as a coordinator. He did most of it this time with the New England Patriots, did some of it with the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe he was I think it was just that. Yeah, it was Kansas City and New England. So Romeo Cornell announced his retirement as of yesterday. I did not put this in the description of the episode. By the way, if you like this episode, subscribe, hit the like button. Do what you got to do. But yeah, anyway, Romeo Cornell announced his retirement as of yesterday at the 50 season. So congrats. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Play your first down in Hall of Fame as a coach, coordinator, whatever you want to put the title in, player, for everything, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically it. 50 years as a coach. Now he's going to enjoy their retirement life.
Mm-hmm.
Now he can go to Hawaii, Miami,
Italy,
anywhere, Switzerland, Canada, whatever you want to do. It's awesome news to hear about that, by the way. Really awesome news. Let's see. What are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the Angels firing their manager, Joe Madden. This might be the year of firing your managers early in the year, because Joe Girardi got fired last week as the Philadelphia Philly manager. I already talked about that on the NBA post wrap. I don't believe I think actually I did. But here I'm going to talk about this with Joe Madden here, because you are on a 12-game losing streak if you're Los Angeles. You just lost at home last night to the Red Sox 1-0, who, by the way, mediocre team at best. Pretty great pitching, though. Here's my theory on this whole thing. I think the Angels have officially stopped caring about playing baseball. I think they have. They just went out after playing in a weekend in Philadelphia where you got your asses whipped. You were up at one point in a game 6-2, I think, against the Philadelphia Phillies, and you lost, and you got swept. You basically got spanked at home by the Red Sox yesterday, who couldn't even score more than one run. You're at home. You have Ohtani. You have Mike Trout. You have all these players. You have a great roster. And you just basically got your star Cy Young pitcher on this team. What is the excuse? Why is this team sucking so bad? You want to know why? Because they will try to get Joe Madden fired. I'm convinced of it. I've heard all week long Joe Madden's been a problem. He's been a negative force in the team right now. I don't even know that any of this crap is even true or not. To me, I think it's bogus. I think it's bullshit. If you want my honest opinion, Joe Madden right now should never have gotten fired from this job. This is not the team's fault. 12-game losing streak. It's not like they're the worst team in baseball. And they're not. They're not the worst team in baseball. They have a great roster on this team. They had a hot start. What's the excuse here? I know. We'll fire the manager and we'll have a bench warmer be the interim head coach at that time. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You guys are freaking pathetic. And, this team should be right now at least 2 games back of the AL West right now with a really good record. In my opinion, that's what they should be right now. You want to know what they are? They're mediocre at best, and they have a blame card here. They want to blame Mike Trout. I would say blame him. Don't blame your manager and get him fired. Mike Trout, who has been the star pupil of this team, and literally the guy who has been the reason why Mike Scioscia got fired and why now Joe Madden got fired, because it's never his fault. He should do more for his team. I think you should get more effort out of him, period. Besides the usuals that he gets every year, which are amazing. He's a great hitter. He hits a lot of home runs for you. But let's be honest. In clutch situations, is he the guy that is relied on so much? Yeah. And does he deliver? No. You've been out of the postseason action for 10 freaking years. You had Albert Pujols, who sucked the life out of his team because he's so freaking old and ancient. He won't retire, right? He's now playing for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's having the best time of his life down there in St. Louis. You know what it was like in Los Angeles for 9 years of him being there? He was freaking miserable. He couldn't win for this freaking team. You got Ohtani right now who's pitching and playing the outfield and hitting. He's doing literally everything. He's the Chinese Babe Ruth is what he is. Or he's Korean or whatever he is. Or he's Japanese. He might as well be the Japanese Babe Ruth. And this team still can't win. It can't be the management. It can't be. And Joe Madden's a really good manager too. And I'm not even a Joe Madden fan. But this is pathetic. This is absolutely freaking pathetic. I mean, my God, it's sad. It is so freaking sad that once again they got to replace him with another manager now who's not even going to keep the job at the end of the year. He'll be on it. He'll get his pink slip too, because they won't listen to him either. This firing will not motivate this team to do anything differently. You want to know the Phillies are going to do right after this 23? They're going to keep on losing. They're going to continue to suck. They're going to be disastrous. They're going to be trash. And this Angels team, which I had high hopes for this year and being a postseason team and making some noise, you know what they're going to be? They're going to be the bottom of the barrel once again, probably in third and fourth place, not doing anything while the Astros take the division once again. That's what's going to end up happening. It's too far, too gone. It's too late. You had your chance and you blew it. What can I say? And they're probably going to lose tonight to the Red Sox, who are not off the hook here as far as I'm concerned. They could have done a lot better last night. But last night, the Angels lost last night to a pitcher who's not even that great of a pitcher. You could have gotten more than 3 hits off of Michael Waka. Waka Waka is what I call him. But he threw a complete game. He had 6 strikeouts, and he only allowed 3 hits. No runs. What happened last night, guys? Don't get me wrong, I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm glad the Red Sox won. But this Angel team is pathetic, if you ask me. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely sad. That's a 12-game losing streak, by the way. I meant to put, I may have put in the description that it was after a 12-game streak. I didn't put what the streak was for, but it was a 12-game losing streak. I expect that to go to 13 after tonight. Speaking of firings here, this will be the more news that I'm actually happy about. So I'm actually happy about this person getting fired. Bruce Cassidy got fired by the Boston Bruins as of today. I think it was today he got fired. And I had the report right here that he got fired because I didn't see this coming. Actually, it was yesterday. It was 23 hours ago to be exact. This is according to Doric Sam of Bleacher Report. This will be the Boston Bruins will be in the market for a new head coach for this offseason. Team announced Monday that Bruce Cassidy has been relieved of his head coaching duties after 6 seasons with the team, which included a trip to a Stanley Cup final in 2019. After 14 years of working with Bruce, this was an extremely difficult decision. After taking some time to fully digest everything, I felt that the direction of our team for both this season and beyond would benefit for a new voice. Don Sweeney said, "You know, Don Sweeney, if I saw you right now, I'd give you a big giant hug. I'd give you a big giant wet kiss on the cheek. That's what I would do. Because you've been answering my prayers now for the last 2 years. I've been wanting this guy to get fired for 2 flipping years. And now finally, we remove the Bruce Cassidy thing from our eyes. I don't no longer have to see his beady eye Weasley face on TV. I don't want to see it anymore. Thank the Lord." Bruins this year, by the way, finished 4th in the Atlantic this year with a 51-26-5 record, but fell to the Hurricanes in 7 games. I got to be honest. They should have been swept in that series, the way they were playing in that series. But they somehow survived and forced a 7-game series out of the Hurricanes. It's not easy to do. But Bruce Cassidy is now gone. And Don Sweeney, I can just kiss you right now. But I won't.
No, you're going to do it.
No, I'm not going to.
I got him on speed dial.
No, you don't. You don't even know the guy's number.
Yeah, yes, I do.
What's his number?
It's 769.
It's not even the area code for Boston.
Shut up, bitch. Hey, he could live in Boston but have a phone number from somewhere else.
He could, but what area code is 769?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Mars. Ow.
I don't think Mars even has an area code.
Shut up.
I think it's just Mars. I think the area code's just Mars. No life. 0000000. That's the phone number for Mars. Anyway, but yeah, Bruce Cassidy has been relieved of his duties.
Yeah.
And thank the Lord for that.
Oh, my lips.
Now more hockey news. I know we're going to stick on the hockey trend right now. I know he's not going to do much talking. He's not a hockey person.
I'm taking a nap.
I know you are. I talked about the Colorado Avalanche last. Fuck. Talk about the Colorado Avalanche.
That was racist.
The Colorado Avalanche. As I'm trying to get through this one last time. Forced overtime last night and won 6-5 in Edmonton, sweeping the series. And for the first time in 20 years, they are going to the Stanley Cup Final. What the hell was that?
My shoe rubbed on the chair.
That was a shoe? Are you sure about that?
Yes, that was my shoe.
Sound like a wet fart.
That was my shoe.
Okay.
Bitch. That was my shoe.
Anyway, the Oilers were up as much as the Oilers were up as much as 4-2 in this game last night. I'll fast forward to the third period here. Lance Cog got an unassisted goal last night. McKinnon got his other goal to tie the game up late. Runatan got a power play goal by the Avalanche, made it 5-4. Kazanian got his goal tied up at 5-5. Heading to overtime, minute 19 in overtime. Helm and Maker got the assist for Lecon. Lecon got the game-winning goal. Colorado Avalanche go crazy. They are going to the Stanley Cup Final. A lot of excitement to be around right now in the Colorado area. Happy for all those guys out there. McDavid, they get a power play goal in this game. Wasn't enough, though. It was early in the second period. They were up 3-1. Hopkins got a goal. Hyman got a goal. Maker got a power play goal early in this game. But, yeah, the Avalanche did really good in this game. Really well-deserved win. And they are one of my teams right now that are going to the Stanley Cup Final. So, remember, when I picked the Avalanche to go to the Stanley Cup Final, who said it? I did. I said it. Colorado was going to go to the Stanley Cup Final. Now, I didn't expect them to sweep the Edmonton Oilers. I thought this would be a 7-game series, maybe a little bit more competitive. Go back to Colorado, do it for the home fans there. They went to Canada and said, F the Oilers, and they beat the Oilers in overtime after being down 3-1 and 4-2. I rest my case. That was a hot game. That was awesome. Now I just need the New York Rangers to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I have my Stanley Cup Final prediction that's going to play out right in front of me. Fantastic. Fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Dustin Johnson and Phil Mickelson had dropped out of the PGA Tour Championship rounds to go play in the London LIV 54 series to play golf out there. Why? Simply put, they want more money. They want more money. It makes sense. If you got a chance right now, if they're gonna throw $200 or $400 million right in your face, go do it. Go take the money. And I actually have a hot take on this. Here's my hot take. I think the Masters will be dead and buried because the LIV Masters will be the real thing now. The Masters of PGA and LIV are going to have a partnership. And instead of the Masters being in Augusta, Georgia, like it always is every year, they're going to have a golf tournament of Masters. PGA and LIV are going to partner up. And we're going to have the Masters in London. They're going to go to England and play golf for the Queen, who I think at this point will probably be falling asleep at this event because let's be honest, she don't give a crap about golf anyway. But the Masters will end in Georgia and will become a thing in London. So for all those people out there to get going there every April to watch them put the green jacket on, well, now you're going to go fly to London. I'm telling you, this is going to be the end of the Masters. I'm telling you. The longest tradition in golf right now is never going to be in the country. It's going to be outside the United States. Ouch. That's all I got to say to that. Ouch. That hurts. That breaks my heart. And I love the Masters. I love watching the Masters every year. Now, do I hate the coverage of it? Because they can't stay on a consecutive freaking basis when it comes to golfers? Yeah. Do I think the golf tee times are a little bit like an hour off? I think it's kind of stupid. Do you really need an hour to have somebody like get done with the first hole? We all know it doesn't take an hour for these guys to get done with the first hole. They could get done with it for the first 5 or 10 minutes. All I know is the Masters are no longer going to be a thing. They're going to move their thing to London because they're going to offer the Masters and ESPN, and everybody's going to cover it. ESPN, CBS, Fox Sports will get on it. NBC Sports will get on it. You know how much money that's going to go to these broadcasters? I'll tell you this right now. I'm looking at a $500 million to a $1.2 billion paycheck for those broadcasters out there. And you want to know something? Who's going to get in line for that idea there? Me. You're looking at the future broadcaster in all sports. I'll call anything. Sign me up for that if that's what they're going to go through with it here. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't know the Masters is going to be moved to London, but I have a really funny feeling with this, with all these major names dropping out. Like, think about it. Dustin Johnson, the #1 golfer in the world, dropping out for this. Phil Mickelson. Next will probably be Tiger Woods, who also dropped out today, but not to join the LIV, obviously, but because of health reasons, because his back's still killing him. So, but yeah, that's your story. That's my take. The Masters will end in Georgia and will get shipped out of the U.S. And I can see it now. If people are going to be willing to leave the country to go broadcast this stuff right now, by all means, it's going to be a lot of money. That's why they're going to be asking for it. And Phil Mickelson, and I think the PGA should be offering more money anyway. Problem is they won't. They won't offer jack crap. They won't offer a damn thing at Masters. They won't do it. It's never going to happen. It's unfortunate. It's sad. It is what it is.
Evil.
It is evil. Exactly. Exactly. It's exactly what it is. Rasheed Wallace, it's another thing I didn't put in the description. I just found this out just now. Has agreed to join the Lakers as an assistant head coach. Rasheed Wallace now an assistant head coach now for the Los Angeles Lakers. Or not assistant head coach, but assistant coach. But anyway, yeah, that's your story. What do I think of the roster move, the coaching move? I think it's good.
It's a good move.
I think it's interesting. Darvin Ham and Rasheed Wallace, they've had a connection before. They were actually on the 2004 or 03-04 Piston Championship run they were on.
Mm-hmm.
They've known each other pretty well. I think it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Does it fix the Lakers' problems?
No.
That team's in a midlife crisis, if you ask me.
That's a whole bunch of big egos.
LeBron James is a billionaire who wants to be a podcaster now. You got Anthony Davis, who's so freaking fat and out of shape. He'd rather play Call of Duty War than actually go to the gym and actually drink some protein shakes.
Call of Duty's lit.
Nothing wrong with the game. I just think, dude, work out. Don't eat Twinkies. Don't eat donuts. Don't eat yourself. I mean, really. I mean, are you trying to eat yourself out of the Lakers? Are you trying to eat yourself to get away from LeBron James? If you are, I get it. If you want to be around LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, I get it. But, dude, if you want to be here, if you want the money, you want to play ball, lose weight. Mm-hmm. And Russell Westbrook, get your head out of your ass. You're not LeBron James. You will never be LeBron James. You're like LeBron James' son, only he's kind of better than you. Kind of. The only difference is you average more points than him. That's it. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You're delusional if you think you're the next LeBron James. Because if he gets this coach fired and Rasheed Wallace gets kicked out the door, then Russell Westbrook should leave. But no one's going to want that $50 million contract anyway. No one really wants it. Just finding out right now the scheduling right now for the PC URI game for college basketball. It's been announced that it will be December 3rd at the Ryan Center. Last year they already played in PC. This will be obviously the time for them to go to the Ryan Center. So December 3rd. Will I be there for that game? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe I will be. But probably my PC close. Anyway, so we got to talk about Hell in a Cell that took place a couple of nights ago. It will lead into the Raw that we saw from last night. It was a good show. It was. I was decent. I think they had a great opener for Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch and Asuka, the Raw Women's Championship.
Great opener and great ending.
Oh, it was an excellent opener, excellent ending. Excellent ending.
That don't matter.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Cody Rhodes wrestling with a torn pec.
That was completely ripped off the bone.
Like right when he took it off, I'm just like, why is he wrestling?
Yeah, when I was watching the Celtic game at the bar, and I got the post saying that he tore his pec, I thought to myself, they're canceling the match, right?
I thought that too.
Turns out they didn't.
But it was his decision, Cody Rhodes' decision alone to continue to wrestle.
Yeah.
And that thing looked nasty.
Oh, it was.
Like you could see like where the veins exploded, everything.
Yeah. So
and he went on to wrestle for like 24, 25 minutes and won the match.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So
mad respect to Cody. When he comes back, put the title on him. I don't give a damn if you got stripped Roman just to give it to him. Just put the title on Cody. Give him the world title run that he should have had in his first run.
He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair retained her Raw Women's Championship in a triple threat match. The match pretty much it was a great match all the way around.
Don't matter.
It was a great match all the way around. So much action. Becky Lynch playing the heel here. Every time Bianca Belair had a big move, throw Bianca out of the ring and try to cover the Empress of Tomorrow. Same thing all the way around. It was fun. Lynch had the Beck handle slam.
Let's not go over the whole match. So just
Well, I know, but this is just the ending part of here.
no.
Here's a manhandle slam on Asuka. Basically threw her out of the ring, and she pinned Asuka 1, 2, 3. I knew when Asuka was added in this match that she was the fall girl for this match. That was the only reason why this match was a triple threat match. Look, don't get me wrong. I like Asuka being back here, but I just don't like it when she's taking the pins. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's my one knot in this match.
And when she debuted, she was unstoppable, but now it's just like, hey, she's just another girl there.
Yeah. Lashley, MVP, and Omos were in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Lashley wins.
Lashley wins. Had the hurt
And
lock
that
on MVP.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he speared MVP. Got the hurt lock on MVP. He beat up Omos pretty much dominated. He dominated most of that 2-on-1 handicap match. Almost had some offense in there. They had some offense in there together. But what can you do with that big giant Nigerian dude? Not much. Not much of anything there. Ezekiel and Kevin Owens went 1-on-1. KO got the win.
Yep.
Basically, had to nail Ezekiel with a couple of super kicks. Hit him with a stunner. That was the end of the match. What can you say? A good match. Very good match. Very good quality between these guys. Great collaboration. It was awesome. Judgment Day versus Styles versus Finn Balor versus. Wait, I'm sorry. Wow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say versus.
The Judgment Day versus AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan.
I might as well just call this Too Sweet with Morgan. I'm going to call that team Too Sweet with Morgan. I only say that because the Bullet Club with Styles and Balor be together a long time ago, and I figured Liv Morgan because come on, it's Liv Morgan. She's hot. Anyway.
Yep, that's my wife.
Anyway, Judgment Day got the win. Finn Balor was getting ready to hit the coup de grace. Basically, Rhea distracted him, nutted him on the ropes. Edge hit the spear. 1, 2, 3. It leads into this next night.
More on this after, but
yeah. But basically, it will lead more to that in a second.
I don't want to go over the whole Raw show. I just want to talk about that moment.
Which moment? There's the Raw.
I don't want to go over the whole Raw. So I just want to talk about
I'm not going to go over that either.
I just want to talk about the Judgment Day moment.
Right, I know. Yeah. Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss got the win and destroyed Corbin's neck at the end of the match. That's basically what happened.
Actually, a good match.
Decent match. It's decent. Not really much to say about that one.
Not racist.
Okay. Theory retained his U.S. title over Mustafa Ali. No surprise there. His friends and family were there because guess what? Ali's from Chicago. What a shock. But unfortunately, the hometown boy couldn't get the job done. So there you go. Great match between these guys, though. Not blow-away match, but it was a great match. Main event time, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
We already talked about that, so.
Torn pec and all. Bruised up. This guy
delivered an instant classic.
Still delivered.
With a torn pec.
That right there, if that's not match of the year, I don't know what it is.
Give Cody the world title.
Thank you. Give this
man a raise.
Give this guy a raise. Give this guy a world title. Make him the next.
Give him a private jet. Make him the face of the company.
Give him Vince McMahon's private jet and make him the new chairman of WWE. Can we make that happen for Cody Rhodes? Can we do that?
Cody Rhodes is a legend. Just off of that.
If this guy didn't prove to have let's see, he has had 3 match of the year quality matches against Seth freaking Rollins now.
Yes.
Think about that. 3 match of the year quality matches.
And less than when did Cody come back? In April.
At WrestleMania. First match of the year. Second match, runner-up to match of the year. This match here, just top 2 of those matches.
This match
and he did it with a
torn pec.
Freaking pec.
A torn. When he comes back, have him win the Rumble. Have him win the world title.
I won a Hell in a Cell with a torn freaking pec. That's not
Listen, if they don't give Cody Rhodes the title when he comes back, something is very wrong with WWE.
Yeah, I think so.
He has to win the Rumble.
He has to.
Because honestly, many people say he was the favorite to win Money in the Bank, but that's going to be out of the window.
Yeah, I think.
Have him win the Rumble.
I
don't even know if Roman probably won't have the titles by then.
No, I think he'll lose the title by then.
Yeah, probably to Drew.
Or Randy.
One to Randy, one to Drew.
Yeah.
And
or Lashley.
Have Cody. Just have him be a world champion already.
I know. Let's move forward from that to what happened last night on Raw. The Judgment Day had the little
whole
segment.
Judgment Day segment.
Finn Balor comes out. I knew Finn Balor was going to be the next member. I wasn't surprised about that at all because Balor needed a heel turn anyway.
But not only is he a new member, I guess right now he's a new leader because they kicked out Edge.
They kicked out Edge.
I just want to say, honestly, I like it, but then at the same time, it makes no sense. I like it because this will be the first time we see Finn Balor as a heel on the main roster.
Right.
I don't like it because it's so confusing because, like, this could either propel the group even more or just completely ruin the group because Edge was perfect. He was the voice of the group, everything. He got Damian Priest out of scrutiny, made him a little bit more relevant because honestly, Damian Priest has been pretty relevant.
He was relevant before that group was even.
He's been relevant ever since he came to the main roster. He won a U.S. title.
I mean, let's think
had
about
a great run.
He had an undefeated streak going on, but then he lost to AJ Styles, and then he lost to Finn Balor. His second loss in the main roster was a
It doesn't make sense because, like,
I'm just saying,
Finn Balor was feuding with Damian Priest for like a couple months over the U.S. title.
Yep.
Then they were still feuding after the Finn lost the title to Austin Theory.
Yep.
And then Finn Balor was just out for like a few months doing whatever.
He wasn't out
Damian
for he lost a US
I mean,
title
in terms of that feud being like,
well, yeah.
But then at WrestleMania, Edge beats
AJ
with the help of Damian Priest.
And it happened again at Backlash.
Then at Backlash, Rhea Ripley joins the group.
Yep. And now at Hell in a Cell, they won a 6-man tag. I mean, it's just.
And then at Hell in a Cell, they won a 6-man tag.
You know what it really tells me?
And then
if I can't,
Edge just gets
if I can't beat him, join him. That was the message behind that whole thing because I knew this.
Oh yeah, if you can't beat him, join him. But then why turn on Edge is the main thing.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think they're just trying to let this thing let it go its course and then just destroy it at the end of the year because
go its course.
Yeah.
If anything,
if it has a course, because it makes
they should have waited at least a year
to then turn on Edge, right?
Because this group is still new, it's still fresh.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Rhea Ripley joined the group like a few weeks ago.
I think Edge was getting a lot of cheers at WrestleMania when he beat AJ Styles, and he got a lot of cheers when he beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, so I guess they want to make Edge the top babyface again.
Well, because Randy's gone.
Randy's gone.
I think that's the only reason why this even happened. The more I even think about this,
Cody Rhodes was honestly the top babyface, but now he's gone.
Yeah.
If that's the case, why not just push someone else as a top babyface?
Because you want
to push Finn Balor properly.
Because you want to know why? Because of his accent. That's why. Because Vince McMahon doesn't know what he's doing with.
Well, listen, you got 3 people in a group.
Yeah.
That have mediocre mic skills.
I gotta be honest with you.
Edge had great mic skills. He was basically the voice sector.
Damian Priest's mic skills were actually pretty good. I mean, a lot of
actually, his mic skills are pretty good.
A lot of people are downing him about that. Let me just.
But they're not like top tier. Like okay, like
they're like in the mid tier. I would say mid tier. Balor doesn't even have that great mic skills at all. If you ask me, Priest should have been the new freaking leader. Because if you
that's what I said, just have Priest turn on him.
Yeah.
Allow yourself Ripley. Find someone else to join the group. Yeah.
And when I saw that power bomb, my first thought was, did they really need it like Balor to put his leg? This is what was funny.
But like I know Edge is a part-timer apparently, but like
no, I know, but watch that power bomb. They had Finn Balor hold on to Priest's to Edge's legs because he wanted to be a part of the assistant. Why wasn't Rhea on the other side assisting them? Like if they wanted to do like a triple power bomb Shield style, like I get, don't do the whole thing, but make it modified. But she grabbed Finn's hand, right? And just like act like she assisted with it. I'm like, what are you doing, Rhea? And then the funny thing is, you know what would have been a really great moment for Rhea? And this actually would have been awesome, actually, because I actually was disappointed about the idea of Damian Priest basically being the one who does a concerto. They could have had Rhea do it because she kept saying, finish him. And he wasn't finished off. Priest couldn't finish off Edge. Edge was getting up after he got put through a table. After Finn Balor hit the coup de grace, he couldn't do it. Here's the funny thing. He had the submission hold, the Chris Benoit submission hold, with the freaking piece of the chair in Edge's mouth as he was gagging on like one of those little ball gag things.
Yeah, like the crossface. Like
right, exactly. Crossface move, exactly. Why didn't Rhea Ripley, I don't know, hit the concerto? Because all she did was deliver a few stops in there. You know how much of an impact that would have made? How much that would have been big for her? No, she's a number one contender after that fatal four-way match when she beat Alexa Fat Drop and sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody there. Dewdrop.
Fat Drop.
I mean, really.
That's messed up.
Oh God, I know that was my bad. I apologize. Who was the other girl, man? Oh yeah, Liv Morgan. That's right.
I didn't expect that. What the hell, dude?
I meant to say Dewdrop. I'm sorry. It's fat. Oh God. Now I'm gonna get for that. Now I'm gonna get like fat shamed now to this show. Jesus Christ. I did not mean that. I'm sorry. I meant to say Dewdrop. For whatever reason, I said fat. It slipped out. I'm such an asshole. Wow. Oh.
I mean, even though they had Dewdrop, honestly, why does she still have that name Dewdrop?
I know.
Like the fuck?
At this drop.
Go back to Piper Niven or just Piper.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Or just Niven.
Because honestly, Dewdrop just makes it sound like a fat person.
Makes it sound like she's like a piece of candy or something.
That's right, like a big Twinkie. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, she's big, but she could still.
Yeah.
She's a good wrestler.
She was pretty good. I will say that. That's right.
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, at this point, I think WWE wanted to call her Fat Drop, honestly. I was hearing stories about them actually wanting to call her that. And it was like, no, we can't say that because she's a offending woman. We'll just call her Dewdrop. Like, what? You know, the whole, she's not a good heel either. She's not. Like, I mean, really, think about it. Name one promo from this woman that screams out she's a heel. You can't think of one.
Dewdrop?
Yeah, you can't think of one.
I don't even think she ever cut a promo.
She kind of did one time. But
when she was with Eva Marie.
Yeah, but she was never booed. She was really a tweener.
Yeah. And
she was really a face after she got rid of Eva Marie. Dropped out like a bad habit. Anyway. But again, I do apologize for saying that. I'm so sorry for saying it. I did not mean that. Really did slip out of my mouth. That was not planned. That was not.
That was racist, man.
That was a little too far.
Yeah.
I apologize. Anyway, we had some news here. This actually just came in as of just now. Hector Neris suspended for 4 games. I guess he was part of the. I want to say that was at the Mariners game. I think he threw a pitch at somebody. It was targeting them. It turned into a big giant brawl at the end of last night's Mariners Astros game. So that happened. Well, yeah, he got suspended for 4 games. Gotta keep it cool, man. That's all I gotta say. Gotta keep you cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, MJF had his little pipe bomb. His promo that was on last Wednesday. It was CM Punk's Pipe Bomb 2.0, but I think 100%.
No, the MJF promo
was 100% better than Punk's promo, I think.
God tier.
I mean, it was absolute fire.
I'll stop the mic.
It was the I would say the promo of the year, the promo of the decade.
One of the best promos ever.
That was by far awesome. And look, the fact of the matter is here, it couldn't come at the best time. Because here's another thing. CM Punk is now injured. I don't know what he injured. He may have injured his leg. He may have injured his foot. I don't know if
I think he injured his foot when he jumped in the guardrail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when he jumped off the top rope and he slipped during that 6-man tag against
that or the guardrail. One or the other.
Well, no, he didn't have his boot on after that throw because he was chasing up MJF and he had the boot off.
He was limping.
Yeah, he was limping. Yeah, after that match, he actually couldn't even stand up after the match. And then he had announced that he had
MJF's contract. They brought reality into wrestling.
They did. It was a phenomenal promo.
Is it a work? I say it's a work, but like
honestly,
it's a mix. It's a little bit. They worked it. They took real life and worked it into a storyline. They've done that before. Remember the whole Edge and Lita situation.
Yeah.
They took that.
I thought that was phenomenal. It was an awesome promo.
And honestly, what MJF said, everything he said was right.
It was 100% right.
Apparently, he's only getting paid $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
Give him a raise.
Give him more than $150,000 too.
Tony Khan does bring in a lot of ex-WWE guys.
He does. brings a lot of them.
I remember I saw a video like a few days ago. It was like why WCW failed. And Tony Khan was talking about like, hey, they had so much talent, they couldn't afford to pay all that talent, even though they still kept them around.
You know,
honestly, that's what AEW is doing right now. They're signing all the talent that they can.
But I don't think they're overpaying for much talent, though. Like there's a lot.
There's having talent, then there's having too much talent.
Well, yeah.
AEW does have too much talent.
Well, let's see. They got rid of Kip Sabian. They got rid of.
No, Kip Sabian's still there. He's still
there.
Yeah, but he hasn't been doing anything.
I know.
He does have like this new character.
Brian Cage. I think didn't Brian Cage get let go?
Oh, you see that Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor too.
Yeah.
Brian Cage is basically going to be in the Ring of Honor side right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
They got so much talent, and
they don't know what
everyone wants that time to shine. But honestly, in reality, not everyone's going to have that time to shine. It's just going to be the main guys and the mid guys that going to have that time to shine.
And the sad thing is, too, with WCW, I will say one thing about the failure for WCW. When you're taking Ted Turner's money and you're delivering bad product and you're overpaying people for delivering bad product.
Honestly, WCW
and you had the writers
2000.
Yeah.
They had like 11 different world champions in less
including
than a
David
week.
Arquette and Vince Russo. When you have that's failure.
That's
how about the finger poke of doom? Remember that one when Hulk Hogan poked Kevin Nash?
Yeah.
That's worse.
Honestly, that was the day WCW
That was the day
downward.
that WCW died. And you had Lex Luger turn heel and join the group too.
Mm-hmm.
That was stupid. Why would you turn Lex Luger heel? He wasn't even losing crowd support. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But anyway, here's my thing, because I heard about this on Salamonster Sounds Off podcast over the weekend. Shout out to the Salamonster for reporting on this. That he believes that MJF will be the interim AEW champion.
When CM Punk comes back, make him a permanent AEW champion.
I think so. I think this.
Honestly, if there was any opportune moment to put the title on MJF, it is right now.
Right this second.
First of all, he's young. He could be the face of the company for like the next 20 years.
Yeah. I think so.
And yeah, his contract is up in 2024, but honestly, I feel like MJF will stay.
I think MJF's going to stay.
So if he goes to WWE,
they're going to waste him. And he'll get cut. And then that's it.
They'll do to him what they did to EC3.
Yeah.
Great wrestler. Great mic skills.
Turn him into
a mute.
And him
or they'll probably try to make MJF into a manager.
Exactly. Well, he can be a good manager too, actually.
He can.
He can be.
Kind of like LA Knight. Well, right now he's Max Dupree.
No. It's Max Dupree.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's stupid.
And MJF
this
world
is
champion.
This is the summer of MJF as far as I'm concerned. We had the summer of Punk in 2011.
Like if he ain't world champion
MJF.
between now and mid 2023, I don't know.
It's insanity.
Give him the title.
He deserves it.
Give him the world title.
He deserves it.
Just like Cody deserves the world title, give MJF the world title in AEW.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Not the TNT title. Don't stick him with a tag power. Give him the world title. That mic.
Man, you got a pipe bomb tonight. Yeah, but that's. One more thing. Got to talk about Chris Rock for a minute. I know people were looking at me like, why are we talking about Chris Rock again? Well,
that's racist, man.
Well, Chris Rock and Dave Chapelle have a little huge career announcement. So this is what I found here on the news break. This is according to Hello Magazine as well. So here it is, and this is also from Hello. So Hello. Okay, here we go. So Chris Rock has shared a huge career announcement with fans just months after he was struck on stage at the Oscars by Will Smith. Mm-hmm. Here's more of the story. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I do not want to play the game about. I don't care about this. Okay, here it is. Chris revealed that he is teaming up with fellow comedian Dave Chapelle, who was also recently attacked on stage, for a joint show in London later this year. The duo will perform at the co-headline gig at the London O2 Arena on Saturday, September 3rd. Tickets are on sale Friday, June 10th. Here's my thing. I love this duo. They could have done this 10 years ago. They should have done this 10 years ago. Dave Chapelle, in my opinion right now, and Chris Rock, this is just all for them to get their Netflix contracts. to get long-term deals from Netflix and to have their things not get canceled by the woke community. That's all this is. I'm happy for them getting the duo together, but let's be fair here for a minute. They should have teamed up years ago. Dave Chapelle right now needs Chris Rock because in reality, you got two funny sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have. And Chris Rock and Dave Chapelle are going to be tighter than brothers. And Will Smith will be looking in, going, Chris, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slap you in the face. I saw my wife and you for whatever reason. I wanted to slap that bitch. That's what he was thinking that night. Just remember that, folks. He wanted to slap his wife. He didn't want to slap Chris Rock. But this, by the way, this duo performing in London, the O2 Arena,
it's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. You got London and you got golf in London now. So possibly the freaking Masters someday in London.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got the duo Chris Rock and Dave Chapelle making the London people laugh their asses off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna get here. We're gonna get a lot of that. I can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna go to the show? I gotta renew my passport, obviously. I won't be able to go to that, unfortunately. I want to go to that though. But I'm planning on something big for the summer of 2022. This is the summer of me. This podcast will be the summer of it.
This is the summer of the black man.
The summer of the black and white guy.
No,
of
the black man.
Well, it can't be for the summer of me.
Forget you.
Am I white?
Shut up, bitch.
It's my show.
Shut up.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up.
What?
I'm
all right.
Anyway, we got some baseball scores to get into right now. There's some scores right now. Some games have already started.
No baseball.
Well, I have to report this. The Cubs and Orioles right now. As he just walks away. The Cubs are playing the Orioles right now. They're up 1-0 in the top of the first. I guess he had to go to the bathroom. Reds are beating the Diamondbacks right now. They're up 4-0. National Marlins right now scoreless in the bottom of the second. Tigers and Pirates are in a delay. Cardinals and Rays right now are underway right now in Tampa Bay with one out in the top of the first as scoreless. The Guardians beat the Texas Rangers in a doubleheader makeup because they had a rain out last night 6-3. Game 2 will be on later on tonight at 8 o'clock. The later games, as far as we know right now, the games that are on tonight. Yankees Twins on at 7:40. Dodgers White Sox on at 8:10. Phillies Brewers on at 8:10. Mariners Astros on at 8:10. Blue Jays and Royals on at 8:10. The Red Sox and Angels on at 9:38. Rockies and Giants are on at 9:45. And a 9:40 game between the Mets and the San Diego Padres are on later on tonight. As far as results from last night's games, well, we don't know about the Red Sox winning last night. The Reds won last night in 7 games, 7-0. Mariners beat the Astros last night 7-4. Blue Jays beat the Royals on 8-0. The Mets beat the Padres last night 11-5. That was the only games that were on last night. Look at the standings right now for baseball. As far as we know right now, the Yankees are in first place with a 39-15 record. By the way, overall, the best record in baseball. 23-7 at home, 16-8 on the road. They have scored 258 runs. That is not the top, by the way, in baseball. The top in baseball is what the Mets have at 297. They're 38-19. Not that far behind the Yankees for best record in baseball.
That was so much fun.
Anyway, the Blue Jays are 32-22. The Rays are 31-23. Red Sox are 28-27. The Orioles are 23-33. Twins are 32-24 in the AL Central. Guardians are 25-25. The White Sox are 25-27.
I drank a lot of water today.
So did I. Tigers 21-33. The Royals are 17-36. AL West. Astros 35-20. The Angels are 27-29. Oh god, the 2 games below 500 now. Jesus. Rangers and Tigers. Rangers are 25-29.
Yes, Rangers and Tigers.
The Mariners are 25-30. The A's are 20-36. Now the National League. Finish off with that one. Mets are 38-19. The Braves are 28-27. The Phillies are 25-29. The Marlins are 22-30. And the Nationals are 21-35. Oof. Brewers are 33-23 in the Central. Cardinals are 32-23. Only a half a game back for first place. Pittsburgh Pirates are 24-28. The Cubs are 23-32. The Reds are 19-35. NL West, finally, the standings there as follows: 35-19. The Dodgers are. The Padres are 33-22. Gabe Kapler and the Giants are 29-24. Diamondbacks are 26-30, and the Rockies are 23-31. I've said this before, and I'll say this again about Gabe Kapler and the Giants. The fact that he's not standing for the national anthem is disgusting. It's absolutely gross. And if you want more about that episode, I believe that was episode 50, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been episode 50 when I was on for like an hour and 40 minutes. And the last part of that was about me ranting about Gabe Kapler not being a real American and basically should be singing the national anthem for China. I might have said the Brazil national anthem. I said a lot of national anthems. I think I said for different countries. I think it said sing a bunch of those. Or go to a different country. I don't know, Gabe. I don't know what to tell you. If you hate this country so much, get the F out. That's how I look at it. But that's about it. There's no other news. There's no other thing else to talk about. We did about an hour and 30 minutes of the show today.
Yeah.
Really, there's nothing else to talk about here other than Metcalf not going to minicamp. That's not really much of the news there. Bill Samo is reported to minicamp despite him wanting to get traded. And that's it.
That's it.
That's really about it here.
I quit.
Nothing about here. We got one thing about Cam Newton. It also just came out as of 3 o'clock this afternoon. Cam Newton says he put himself in a tough situation with the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. I might as well go on a rant about this for the next 2 minutes. Cam Newton still believes he's the number one. He's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the NFL, and that the current reception people have of him comes from putting himself in a effed up situation with the Carolina Panthers last season. I signed on Thursday. I played on Sunday. The NFL 2015 MVP said on the Pivot podcast. Yes, they have kind of a thing called the Pivot. And of course, Ryan Clark's hosting this. I think he came up with the name himself, probably.
Genius.
And former NFL players Channing Crowder and Fred Taylor are a part of the show as well. He said, "quote he asked him at what point did you think he was going to be successful? The next week I started. That's still under 10 days of you being on the team, and you're still trying to learn the offense. So before I sit up here and allow the narrative to be made that Cam ain't got it no more, Cam is taking full responsibility and saying Cam put himself in an effed up situation, which then had a ricochet effect to people thinking how they think of me." That's it. End quote here. Here's my opinion about Cam Newton. You can't play anymore. You can't throw anymore.
You really can't. My
grandmother can throw the football better than you can. You're garbage. You had a season where you threw for 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and you have 12 fumbles. That took place in 2020 with your campaign in New England. The first time you started against the Miami Dolphins, you threw for 4 interceptions. And you had 2 fumbles. 3, actually.
Trash.
You had 7 turnovers in your first start.
Trash.
You're no longer in the top 32.
You're no longer
in the top 64.
He's
You're
no
not even
longer
in the
the
top
MVP
100.
Cam from 2015.
You're no longer the 2015 Cam Newton. I'm sorry to tell you. That Cam Newton is long gone.
The moment your shoulders gave up on you is the moment your career started to die.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And you know something right now? The funny thing of it is, everyone was saying how he had this great connection with N'Keal Harry, and you're going to make him a better wide receiver. How many touchdowns?
That never happened.
How many touchdowns did he have in 2020 with you at quarterback? Oh, right. 0. He had 0.
I'll say, how's N'Keal Harry
0 touchdowns
at this point?
Because you want to know why? Because you have Bill Belichick as head coach. Because he can't accept the fact that he failed at wide receiver. He failed. He failed at wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's that simple. He failed at QB at the time Brady left, and he failed at wide receiver. I rest my case. Cam Newton's trash.
Yeah.
By the way, we are signing off. This is the end of the show.
Yeah.
After an hour and 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So subscribe, hit the like button, get to talking, spread some good news about my show. I'm either going to be here Saturday by myself or I'm going to reschedule the show. I don't know yet.
Hey.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We always do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always the man. I'm the man.
No.
He's the man.
I'm black.
I'm white.
Mm-hmm.
We're signing off.
Bye.
Again, I apologize to Dewdrop. I did not mean to call you Fat Drop. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Yep. I'm black.